Hey, David Wygant here, 10-minute daily reality check, Saturday. Wow, it is Saturday, June the 17th, 2017. Holy shit, that is some amazing reality. Well, I've got one of my best friends in the whole wide world that I love, and we'll talk about love in a minute, but I'm giving Larry some bro love right now because there's a big difference, Larry, according to what we were talking about privately, and I said, let's go do a podcast. Bro love is great, but the love that you feel when you finally have evolved and you become older in life and not bitter, like some of the bitter pills that are running around the world right now, angry that they don't think they can find love, pissed off at the world because dating has never worked for them. Larry, you're going through something right now that I thought was one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. So I'm just going to shut up right now, man, and I'm going to let you talk.
Well, I mean, so do you want me to tell a story of what I just did, or what do you, I mean, what?
Maybe I didn't give you enough of a lead-in. Let's go for a deeper lead-in. So Larry and I have been together a long, long time. No, we're bro friends, okay? We got a bromance going on. Larry and I met a long, long time ago in a land far, far away in a house that we never go ever again. And Larry and I have been through lots of relationships, let's just say. I've known every...
With other people than David and ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you've known all my infatuations, and you've known, my relationships that didn't work out. And both of us have experienced things in our life that we are very proud of, not so proud of, and we've learned from everything. And you right now are experiencing something that I think is going to redefine marriage, redefine what commitment is to each other. Is that a better lead-in so people will go, what is he talking about in today's reality?
Yeah, that's definitely a better lead-in. So, if you follow what David's saying, is that anytime either of us were in a relationship, it's like, hey, David, Larry, what's going on? What's up? What's happening with her? How's that going? Are you friends? Right? We have all the conversations wondering if, how we were navigating our own relationships while we're helping the world navigate theirs, right?
Totally.
And constantly taking our experiences and like incorporating that into our more progressed wisdom about relationships. And so he's asking me about the lady who I've been dating for a year. And we just came back from a trip. And I told him, well, I proposed to her. And of course, what do you think he said? What does anybody say to their friend? What did she say? Did she say yes? What did she say? And my response was, I didn't ask for a yes/no question. It wasn't a yes/no proposal. In fact, it was a proposal, but it was more of a proclamation. And in reality, that's, what it comes down to in terms of the relationship is it really is all about proclamation. And I didn't really think about this when I was doing it, other than I decided I didn't want a yes/no. I just wanted her to know how I felt about her and how I held her as an incredible human being in my life and in this world, and how I saw her. And when I went through this really fun, intricate, really cool, romantic expression that is longer than we have to talk about, at the end I had this little box and I opened it up and I said, this box comes with a question, but there's not an answer. This box is about choice and freedom, and more than anything, it is me telling you how I feel about you, how I hold you in my life, my level of commitment, how I want to show up on a day basis, how I want to co-create, how I want to be passionately loving, sexual and intimate with you, how I want to be courageous and vulnerable. It's me saying that, but proclaiming that every day. And then, the question is, but did she say yes or no? Well, the reality is she says yes to me every day she returns that love. And I get up every morning, David, and I recommit and proclaim to myself and to her that I am married to this woman. And she shows up for me, and that's our relationship. We don't need a wedding ring. It could be fun. We don't need a wedding ceremony. It could be fun. We don't need a marriage certificate. It is way beyond all of that, expected crap.
You know what I love about it, and I told you that when you first told me, I call it the gratitude every single day, or the recommitment, which is the word that you used. Recommitting to someone every single day is such a beautiful thing to do. It's waking up in the morning, thinking about them, looking at them and going, I am recommitting to you today. Because if you think about it, the past is the past and the future has always been a mystery, right?
Right.
I think a lot of people have had a lot of trouble getting past the past in relationships, past the expectations, past the stories, past the whole illusion of what it's supposed to be. And the future's great. I mean, talking about the future's great. In 6 months, we're going to move here or we're going to do that. That's fine. Future casting is great in that way, but it's never going to work if you're in the past, and it's never going to work if you're always thinking about the future. The future is going to take care of itself when you recommit to yourself, where you commit to yourself and to them every day in the beauty of the relationship. And that's what I really loved. And it's amazing too, because at the age that we're at right now and where we're at in our life, we're so equipped in our tool chest to really have the relationships that we truly want. I think our pickers are far greater than they ever were. I think we spent a lot of times in the strawberry fields in October when strawberry season was in February, So it's a beautiful statement. And I think it's something, Larry, it's the key to love. And we've talked about love for, holy shit, you and I have talked about love from the second we met as friends,
Well, that's what it's really all about, is how do we get to a place where we can be completely loving and where we can give and we can receive, without expectation. I get to give to her. I mean, in that last box that comes with a question was a beautiful ring, David. And guess what? I sized it for her middle finger, not her ring finger.
Oh, wow.
So again, I wanted to take off any kind of preconceived notions about what the ring meant, or did it mean, something that our society has already determined for us. It's really about choice, every choice and freedom every single day of our life. And that's where love lives. Love lives free of old belief systems that are constraining or that predetermine the way you should behave or someone else should behave. And freedom is that ability to express it without needing a barrage of things that are simply a projection of something that hasn't happened yet. Just being in that place. I mean, good grief, we do it with our kids. Naturally, we do it with our kids. It just happens, and we don't fight it. But we fight romance all the time by trying to give it some kind of exacting structure that we have to operate within. And that's the most dangerous thing we do.
It really is. And I love what you said. You choose each other every single day. I choose you every single day to love. I choose you as my friend every single time we talk to connect. I chose you. And this is something I've talked about a lot. When you and I first met as friends, we chose each other to be great friends. We choose our friends wisely. We have no choice but to accept our children, but we also choose to love them every single day. Our kids just come in our life and we just love them and we eat them up and we accept them for who they are. But when it comes down to our partners, so many people have chosen their partners unwisely. And look, I'm guilty of it too, where we choose somebody based on an illusion or a story or the representative
we chose something that we wanted them to be.
Yes.
We put in a request for a performance. And in exchange, we were going to give them a performance back. I mean, there's a time to be on stage, but it's not when you're connecting in your hearts, and it's not when you're connecting in the bedroom, when you're deeply in a soul, passionate, loving space. It's not the time to sign up for the one act play. That's the time to be totally present and be spontaneous and be serendipitous in a place of just bliss and co-creation. That's what we want to be doing. That's love. That's romance. That's partnership. And it does not get better than that. The rest of it is all made up.
Yeah, it's so true. It's the one act play. It's the people that put each other's masks on to bite them in. Then they have sex in the relationship very quickly, so they get the oxytocin rush. And then the next thing you know, you're wondering, well, where was the person that I, wanted to see or thought I saw in the first 30 days? But there's something that I've really, over the last 5 years of my life is that I see people because I see people in the first 30 days without the sex. Because if you see them without the sex, it's like falling in love with your eyes closed. You already know you're attracted to them. You're not physically stimulated by them yet, even though you want to have sex and you want to make love to them and everything else. You're just listening to who they are, because really in 30 days, somebody's telling you who they are, because you're going through a life cycle. Because as we know, every month just repeats itself. The same shit, the same issues with kids, the same issues at work, the same stress factors. It all just happens. I mean, July is the same as June. June is the same as August. December is the same as November. It doesn't really change at all. And I think when you really look at somebody and you see them for who they are and you watch and you feel them, that's when the real love starts to form, not from looking at the mask or creating the image or the illusion that you want because you so want a relationship. Because we're all on this planet for one reason, is to partner up and love each other. I mean, we're all so good at saying, I got my life handled by myself, and it's like, yeah, great. So do I. I've got an amazing fucking spectacular life. I think it kicks ass. I've got great fucking friends that I love to death. I've got beautiful clients that I coach and teach. I am very much in appreciation for everything in my life. But you know what? Being in love makes that life so much fucking better. What do you think about that, Larry?
All right, David. Full disclosure?
Yeah.
All right. It's your turn. One of the things, you and I have known each other for a long time. And, yes. And one of the things you said a few moments ago before the last short little wonderful rant was that you were talking about taking time and not just jumping into bed with someone right at the beginning, right? Not trying to get the score. And, that's like, David, what a shift over the years, right? You are the one person I love hearing that about, but you also are living that right now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like the most wonderful feeling I've ever felt. So
yeah, so I mean, I just want to hear you, because you're in a heart space right now, just like I am, and I don't know if any of your listeners know that, but so that's the full disclosure. You are living everything you're talking about right now in terms of how to show up for a woman and be in a place of exploration and excitement about who is this person. And I'm just going to let my heart go, and I'm not going to heap on anything that is like demanding. I'm just going to be me. So to watch you do that right now, my friend, is awesome.
It's as easy as breathing.
It is totally as easy as breathing.
Without even going into any more details, because, I'm always private about my private life. And
oh, did I? Oops.
No, that's okay. I'm always private about my private life, but it's as easy as breathing. I mean, I cherish it, and it's really easy. And I think that's what a lot of people need to really hold on to and understand, that when you find somebody that matches you energetically, and Larry and I have talked about energetic vibration, soul connections forever and ever and ever, if you're not energetically aligned and your souls are not talking to each other and you're not getting those weird, interesting, serendipitous moments throughout the whole day, validating and confirming and connecting and, communicating, I think people are going down the wrong path in so many different ways. I mean, I talked about on the podcast this week, people were always trying to text-mance each other, It just doesn't work that way. Text-mances don't work. It's like, you got to get on the phone. You got to talk. You got to hear. You got to feel.
You got to get face to face.
Oh, yeah. You got to face to face, and you got to hold each other and fucking just feel it. Feel the energy and acknowledge it and be vulnerable and radically authentic, because that's how love comes. Everybody is so caught up in that story of just what it should be and all the rules, because love has no rules at all. There are no rules to love. And that's what I think, Larry, a lot of people are not understanding. And that's why our coaching is so good, because we don't teach you to live by rules. We teach you to live by instinct and heart. And rules will kill you. The heart doesn't know any boundaries, and the heart doesn't know any rules. The heart only knows how to love. The head is the thing that ruins it all the time with the boundaries and the ridiculous rules that the head wants to live by.
Yeah, and usually a whole entourage of beliefs that really don't support you, that aren't even yours. They came from other people that, have been heaped on you since you were a little kid. Came from your parents, from your grandparents, from your friends, from watching TV shows, from white picket fences. There's all these belief systems, and you got all those right there, with, mixed in with, well, those are the rules, right? And no, it's not. That's not the present. That's not love right now.
No, that's not love. Love is present.
Yeah.
Love is just embracing. Love is forgetting. Love is not judging at all. Don't judge somebody for their past. Embrace it and say to yourself, wow, look at the amazing past that you had. Look at all the shit you went through, and look at how you came out of it all. Still loving, beautiful, and what you explored it. And my God, it's like people judge people all the time. Well, they were once this. I go, you know what? I was once 5, and I'm not 5 anymore.
That's good.
And I hear that all the time. People go, well, they were married before. Yeah, and, it's like Judgment City. People are judging because I think we live in a society now where everybody wants to swipe their way to love instead of connect their way to love. And that just doesn't fucking work. We're always past 10 minutes, you and I. What do you got to close on this beautiful?
Oh, gosh. I think it's time to have a new form of commitment in marriage that's not about necessarily contracts. You can do that with your kids, but if you're going to have kids, but it's really about a proclamation of love, and it's about a commitment and an expression of gratitude on a daily basis, even during the toughest times. And if two people can live in that space and make a commitment from that space, that's way more powerful than anything else I think that you can get your hands around on this planet. That's it. That's my 2 cents.
It's the ultimate high. It's the ultimate feeling. It's the greatest feeling in the world, love. And it's something that we all want. It's something that we all need, but we just can't get out of our own fucking way. So here I'm leaving you right now with, if you're not ready to get radically authentic with yourself and radically authentic with the people that you meet, I guarantee you will never have a loving relationship that is on equal ground with another person. Somebody will always have the upper hand. Somebody will always make you feel a certain way, because when you're radically authentic to yourself, nobody can make you feel anything, because you own every emotion and every thought and every heartfelt beat every single day is your own. Anyway, Larry, where can they reach you, man? What's your website? Is the4answers.com. God, I know that.
The4answers.com, and go to the products page, and there's a little thing on there called a personal energetic profile. Get it. It's free. In fact, you just must do it. It's not even something to think about. Just do it.
Yeah, do it.
The4answers.com.
Do it, and then know that I am the physical sexual response whisperer, okay?
That's got to be explained on another show.
Yes, you'll understand that. Anyway, tomorrow's Father's Day. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to persuade my little daughter to put up with a 10-minute rant and have her be on the show. Hopefully, if not, I'll probably try to get her on for Monday. We'll see how she feels.
Well, that's
anyway,
fun.
Happy early Father's Day to all your dads. I'll see you all tomorrow on Father's Day. Spread the love, man. Spread the love on iTunes. Share and share alike. And from all of us to all of you, we love you. Oh, God, we love you. We don't even know you, but we love you anyway. That's what life's all about. Loving everybody. See you all soon.
Bye-bye.